Absolutely fabulous. Now, do you find it easy to sleep? Is it possible that you are short a pillow spray? And what is a pillow spray? Let me speak to Dr. Jonny Bloomfield. Jonny, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Frank. How are we doing?
All is good, and I'm able to sleep as well. Thank goodness for that. But pillow sprays, what are they and who should use them?
So pillow sprays are what we call a natural sleep aid. They're usually a form of aromatherapy. They're used to kind of create or induce a very relaxing environment or atmosphere. And of course, that is pretty helpful to have that in the bedroom to help you get some sleep at the end of the day.
And are many people using them, or are they relatively new and people are trying them out?
They've been around for quite a while, but I think they're getting more and more popular based on as the life stress seems to correlate with that increase. So we've heard of more and more cases of them being used I've seen some hotels provide them as part of the room. The little things that they would keep inside the room. I've seen some hotels would provide them. They're obviously aiming to help their residents have the best night's sleep possible, so that they give a glowing review.
And what about getting sleep away from pillow sprays? What's your advice?
Okay, so really pillow spray, to be truthful, Frank, for me it's just a bit of a gimmick. If it helps an individual, then great. What's really important is actually how and why they're using it. If how sleep works, we've got 3 systems that are that govern and rule how and when we sleep. One is our sleep drive. So that is literally being awake, alert, and out of bed for at least 16, 17 hours, maybe a little bit more for some people. And when we're busy getting about our day and we're receiving cues from our environment, like we're getting light or we're being physically active, we're building up our sleepy chemicals in our brains, and that is making us, when we get to the end of the day, our head feel heavy and our eyes rolling and our head nodding. That is driving our sleepiness, our sleep drive system. Then we have our circadian system, which is where the sleep fits in. So that's a body clock. And again, you have lots of environmental cues which will help determine and control that. Now, some of us will be early birds, others will be owls, but half the people on the call will be intermediary types. We'll go to bed somewhere between 10 and 11 and wake up between 6 and 7 for the majority of us. But a few of us have got a slightly either delayed sleep phase, known as the owls, or an advanced sleep phase, which would be the early birds. Maybe your parents or your older adults would find that they start to go to bed earlier and wake up earlier, and just that's a natural shift that will occur. And then the third really important one that will control our sleep is our arousal system. It's how we cope with and control our stress when we choose to be stimulated and be alert and switched on, and when we choose deliberately to maybe switch off. Now, the sleep sprays are maybe a way of helping us to reduce the arousal that many of us experience at the end of the day. But I think it's very important, and we talk about this a lot, Frank, is try to come up with good strategies that help you unwind in the evening. We need about an hour and a half, what we call a buffer zone, before our intended bedtime, so that we can really decompress the day, remove the stress, improve the relaxation. And that's a really important part of the day, because we've got choices there. We can extend our activation by turning on a particular exciting TV program, or playing video games, or scrolling on our phones and doing late night shopping and so on. So that stuff keeps us awake and alert when we really want to be powering down. So it's very important to consider the choice. And no pillow spray or any other natural sleep aid is gonna basically flick the switch for you and turn that sleep drive or that sleep system off and on.
And what about diet then on the back of all of that?
Of course, keeping a whole food diet with minimally processed, so at least 80 to 90% of your intake should be from these sources. There's a little wiggle room for a few luxuries in life. I have absolutely no problems with that. Keep the treats as treats. But yes, having a healthy, balanced diet. But it's going back to the body clock is giving it particular cues. So having breakfast, having lunch, having dinner, at the same time each day, they're powerful cues for that sleep drive system to go, oh, it must be dinner time. Okay, so there's probably another 3 or 4 hours to go before bedtime starts. So I might start thinking about getting ready for sleep to occur. So regularity and these kind of cues that are so important throughout the day and night to make sure that our sleep system's working very well. One thing I will mention is if you are sort of relying on things like aromatherapy or any other sort of natural sleep aids to help you sleep, then we call those sleep efforts. Sleep efforts are something we want to avoid. Sleep should be effortless, not effortful. It's okay to use these aids to help us relax and sort of wind down and prepare. But if we're purposely taking them to get to sleep, then that's creating a set of crutches or a set of stabilizers on your bike, and you're starting to rely on these things to help you achieve the sleep. Now, when they don't work, you suddenly panic and go, oh no, what do I do now? That's not working anymore. My sleep's broken, and that can lead to a whole set of problems, particularly around insomnia. So make sure that you use these sort of natural sleep aids in context of helping me relax and unwind rather than helping me sleep. That's crucial.
And just finally, what about people who put a little blindfold over their eyes to darken the whole place? Does that help?
Yeah, it's a good idea. Good idea, particularly maybe earlier in the year when we have more daylight. Some people have got maybe they live in built-up areas and they got the street lamps that are coming through, and if you can't quite get your blackout blind to block out the light that's sort of peeking through the sides, then wearing an eye mask, very comfortable. I would recommend get a really cozy, comfortable eye mask can really help with the blackout. However, people with claustrophobia might find that anxiety or PTSD maybe as well. So you now are taking away a sense, and your anxiety can ramp right up because you cannot see what's happening. So it works for some, and it might not work for others. That one.
Yeah, that's very true. Jonny, thank you. Dr. Jonny Bloomfield, JonnyBloomfield.com if you want to check out the advice that Jonny gives here regularly on U105.
To celebrate achieving our